Hey everyone, it's just Fun82, and I'm just here trying out a little bit of new recording software that someone recommended to me. They actually recommended it because it's free and allows for slightly better quality recording at a or at a better file size. So I figured I'd give it a shot. I also, I'm just goofing around, as you might be able to tell, but I'm probably going to be attempting to record... What the hell? Oh. Probably going to be attempting to record Fallout 4. I've been looking forward to it for a while. God damn it. Really? Alright. Yeah, I can't aim. This is what VATS is for. Anyway. Gonna be attempting to play Fallout 4. I thought I would just do a little bit of wild speculation. Which is one of the things... There's... Wait, is that a fucking vertibird? Alright, anyway. Wild speculation and ideas. There's a guy who does a great little Fallout-based web series, Shoddycast, I think it's called. I should have looked that up first. Really. Then there's no those noises. You just hear them every now and then, and... But anyway, so, wild speculations. Now, they liked putting in a much more gray area in Skyrim last time. Who's yelling help? Oh, hi. Wait, why? I don't wanna... Alright, well, you're dead. Oh, Talon Company. But anyway. So, there was a lot more of a morally gray area-ish section in Skyrim than there was in, the previous Fallout game. So I'm kind of expecting them to make it more full of the morally gray areas that Fallout games actually had in the past. So, with that in mind, sorry, I probably should have recorded this and then chose to, dub over it, but that's work. But anyway, with that in mind, my theories for Fallout 4, and I've only got a couple, but, once again, this is just a test video. I actually want people to tell me if they think it worked and turned out right, so, for my own edification. But my theory, we're dealing with the Institute in Boston, one of the most technologically advanced places that exists in the wasteland at this point in time. Now, they have all of the technology. Combine that with they've been developing their own technology for, several hundred years. So, my guess, while they are bad people because, they create... Okay, I can't use that. Well, they do create, sentient life forms and then force it to be, a slave. They will probably be, panned in a more gray area, but the Brotherhood of Steel will be the main antagonist. If, you choose to side with them. Or side with the Institute. That's my theory, because keep in mind in Fallout 2... between Fallout 2 and New Vegas, I should say, the Brotherhood of Steel apparently all decided, you know what? We should have all of the technology, and no one else should have any. That was why they had a battle with the NCR. That was why they were in such rough shape, because the Brotherhood wasn't actually that large. And yeah, the Brotherhood did split off so that a good portion of it went to the Capital Wasteland. And they were as strange as it sounds, they are the more liberal group of Brotherhood members because they actually wanted to use their technology to help people. The original Brotherhood was, we should have all of the technology, that way no one else can use it for war. And then over time, between Fallout 2 and, New Vegas, it became, we should have all the technology because, regardless of what it was, how important it was, how dangerous it was. Now, of course, Helios 1 was a very dangerous weapon, but it was still kind of... The NCR didn't know what it was. They could have just let them have it, but they went, nope, no one is capable of handling this responsibility the way we are. So, my theory, Brotherhood are going to be the bad guys. Possibly. Now, that's my main bet, because the Brotherhood really was much more militant on the West Coast, so it just seems like the most likely outcome to me that they'll be trying to take over the Institute and gain access to it, quite possibly, through not very nice means, because the Brotherhood was, of course, the U.S. military. And the Enclave are like they are, and so stupid because they're literally the inbred descendants of politicians and the like. That is actually a specifically made point. I believe that they're, inbred. The Brotherhood had a much larger group of members. I don't know what the hell this place is. Train tunnel. Oh, that's right. That's into the pit. I'm not gonna be... No. Come here, Herberts. I'm currently using the, Sharing Caring Companions mod, so you can make anyone a companion, and I, duplicated a bunch of him, because I wanted to have a lot of Dashwoods around. But anyway, so, yeah, I mean, they would not... The Brotherhood of Steel, as they appeared in Fallout 1 or 2, would probably view a group of people making sentient beings that are also really proficient at killing as being extremely dangerous and something they should really, stop. I don't think that's what's... Maybe this is what that is. So, that's my theory. I mean, that's, of course, if you want to settle or side with, the Brotherhood and, not side with, the Institute, because that's the moral gray area. I mean, the Brotherhood would probably want to go in and take them over and, basically gain control of all of their technology and stop them from using it for whatever reasons. And that's actually kind of fair if they're, using their technology to create a slave race. Because the whole argument, well, if it's not really slavery, they're inanimate object, or they're machines, is not a valid argument once you get to the point where they are actually capable of feelings, in which case, yeah, no, that's slavery. But, so that would be the moral, gray area there. Do you help them take over this institute, or destroy it, possibly, just outright? And in return, you get, or, they take it over or destroy it. And as far as they're concerned, that means the wasteland is safe. However, the Institute has actually a settlement, a very large settlement that does protect people. So the question is, is it, better or worse that way? So, there you go. So, the other possibility is, of course, that very early in, you will actually start as a member of the Brotherhood of Steel. 'Cause that's the interesting thing. you are a soldier, as far as we know, from before the war. So that would actually qualify you right then and there to be a member of Brotherhood of Steel as far as they're concerned. They, as far as I know, consider themselves the last of the official members of the U.S. military. So you might be, like, you might head a chapter for all that. Which would be interesting, because, of course, in, you know, Oblivion and Skyrim and all that happy horse shit. Okay. Well, that happy horse shit, you've got to deal with, you know, thieves guilds and shit like that, and you would become, you know, the leader of the thieves guild. Oh, you're the... Yeah, I actually don't care. Yeah. But anyway. I don't care. I'm just gonna talk to him real quick. Anyway. So yeah. I mean, it's like the Enclave... Well, of course, the Enclave, once again, they were completely fucking insane. So, they did, you know, pull the genetically pure humans out of a vault, or out of the vaults they were in, and then experiment on them, because they needed to make sure that, you know, their genetically pure strains of DNA wouldn't be affected by the new FEV they were working on. Which is, you know, basically the plot of Fallout 2. You're descendants of the Vault Dweller. You're basically genetically pure unmutated. And the Enclave grabs, you know, your people so that it can test out the new FEV virus, which is supposed to kill all non-genetically pure humans, blah, blah, blah. They're basically the Klan. I mean, if you think about the names, in a lot of ways, they're similar in that regard. But, anyway. So, yes, you may just, you know, they may just straight up go, oh, you're a Vault Dweller who was, I assume, frozen before the war? Sure, let's... You're a member of the Brotherhood. We don't give a shit. And that would be an interesting regard, too, because you've never actually played a game... I don't know, maybe Fallout Tactics or something. Yeah, actually, Fallout Tactics, you'd actually start the game as a member of the Brotherhood. Of course, Fallout Tactics was also not a very good game. Alright, well, I can't shoot him through the floor. So, it would just be a neat way to, start a game for once. Of course, things never start out that quickly in these games, really. Ow, ow, ow. Though I'd be interested for once in... No, don't shoot Herbert. Though I'd be interested for once in seeing a Fallout game that actually did start out like that. It would be a little bit, you know, overpowering. As much as I dislike the limited resource style of... Like, I really hope you don't have to find power cells for your power armor. Because that's just kind of annoying, you know. But I could, well, I'll admit, that actually could, if done right, be fun. But only if it was like, the game starts that way. Like, you have power army. Good luck finding microfusion cells. That would be a neat way of doing it. I probably, now that I'm thinking about it, would enjoy the hell out of that. Because, you know, it would be a little more... Cause, well, and yes, for those of you that are curious, I'm cheating like hell. Because this is just me doing shit and bored. And this is my, I'm bored, I'm going to play this late at night, you know, when there's nothing else to do, save file. But yeah, I mean, I would be interested in... if it started out that way, because there would be a point where you've been, like, relying on your power armor for so long, and then you're completely out of energy for it. And you now have to figure out how to get through the game without it. But at the same point, if it's like they give it to you, even in the case of most of the Fallout games, 3/4 of the way through or something, But then you're like, hey, cool, I got this power armor that's a complete and total hassle to use. And it's not really, it doesn't feel like it's worth the trouble. And
Glad to see you were able to
yeah, well, it didn't work out too good because everyone died, and that's why I made a bunch of Dashwoods. But, yeah, I mean, that would be an interesting way to do it, but I'm half convinced that they won't. Because the other thing I'm thinking, in the exact opposite direction of, where we're going, is since the Brotherhood does kind of actually catalog and record and be interested in all sorts of pre-war technology, they might, actually kind of, be strongly morally against the whole keeping the synthetics, I guess they're just called. I can't remember right now, as, a slave people, and might actually be trying to rescue them. That would be an interesting little plot. I don't know if that would be the case, because if we're dealing with the real Brotherhood of Steel from, like, Fallout 1 and 2, they're a little more plain old cut and dry with their reactions to things. I guess that makes sense, since, that's, well, they're the military. But I'd like to see a bit more, morally gray shit out there. Because, to be honest, there's a little bit, in the later Fallout games, especially New Vegas, it feels like the morally gray areas were not as gray as they would have liked them to be. Like, do you side with Caesar's Legion or the NCR? And that's, not really even a question, because that's, hey, do I, side with the people that go in, murder people, keep, all of the women as slaves, and then go murder more people to collect their women and more slaves? Or do I help, side with the people who, while they're screwing up and not doing a very good job, are at least not, killing and keeping slaves? That's not a huge morally difficult decision. Well, it's like, well, one side is everyone is fucked, or one side is, yeah, some bad shit's gonna happen, but, they're actually going to attempt to do shit. I mean, it's like, have they tried making it more morally gray with Skyrim and such? I just could not like the Stormcloaks, though, because they were just kind of, slightly racist. Yeah, well, extremely racist. Not to mention, you learn that, the Altmer are waiting for them to basically start a revolution. That way they can come in and, take over once they're in charge of Skyrim, because they know they're going to fuck it up badly. So, yeah, the morally gray area would be nice if it was a little better with the actual grayness. Because it wasn't... I mean, even, like, the Fallout 3, the Enclave option wasn't that morally gray, because the Enclave is straight up, yeah, we're gonna poison everyone. Only genetically pure humans will live. Like, well, that means every single person you have met in the game up until that point is gonna die. That's not a huge guess to guess that's probably a bad idea. Oh, I did not realize I could have done that. Oh, well. So, yeah, I'd like to see a little more work done on that. I think Bethesda can do it, honestly. I believe and trust in their ability to write shit, because, I mean, I've yet to, well, okay, there was Brink, but, I think Bethesda did Brink. I've blocked out a lot of that game the few times I tried it. But, they've done a lot of good shit. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there who have opinions about what Bethesda has done, but from my point of view, the fact is, we all keep buying their games. And that does not look like it is going to change at any point. And I know it's not going to change for me at all. I mean, I'm going to keep buying all their damn games, and I'm going to keep shoving money down their throats, and I'm really just going to wish I could have in some way afforded the Pip-Boy edition, but it sold out long before I had even a remote shot at that amount of cash. What's in here? But, you know, we might have our complaints, but even the people out there who complain the absolute most are still going to keep shoving money at them. And, I mean, you might argue the point, but even if you don't, shove money at them and you bootleg their shit, you're still playing the game. And that's not really sticking it to them in any way, shape, or form and proving that, you don't need their shit. That's still actually playing their game. And they might not make money from it, but you're not making any if you wanted to make a moral standpoint against, I don't know what the hell you would make a moral standpoint about on this case, but if you wanted to make some sort of moral standpoint, the only way you could do that was by, not playing their games. So, let's face it, that's not going to happen because, bitch as we all might, and I will admit I have bitched some fierce about, like, Fallout New Vegas. Bitch as we all might, we're still going to play them. It's not going to happen until they start making really bad games. So, I don't know when that'll be, but I'm betting within another 5 years we're going to have a new Skyrim and possibly a new Fallout game. Or I hope within another 5 years we have a new Skyrim and possibly a new Fallout game. But, anyway, thank you all for watching, and till next time, and possibly, when I start playing Fallout 4,